In the distant past, Earth's resource depletion led to societal chaos. Scientists created the transformation, allowing everyone to become a pretty at 16, which eliminated conflict. Pretties live in the city, while uglies are in Uglyville. Tally and Persis use a mirror app to see their future selves and secretly watch the pretties from a bridge. During an assembly, Tally learns about the smoke, a refuge led by David, where some flee while others remain skeptical. Governor Cable promotes happiness and perfection. As their birthdays approach, Tally asks Persis to meet at the bridge in a month. While watching fireworks, she recalls their close friendship. However, after a month of silence from Persis, Tally decides to hack a window with her interface ring, leaving it behind due to its tracking feature. Tally walks to the bridge, but Paris is not there. It starts to worry her. Tally decides to climb under the bridge to get to the city. While sneaking in, a mask falls down. Tally puts it on and looks like she's wearing a dress, so she can go to the party and see the decorations. Tally finds Paris at the party and he doesn't recognize her. When he explains he changed, Tally notices his scar is gone. Tally runs from guards and jumps off a balcony using a stolen bungee jacket to escape. Autumn lingers as Tally slips out of the city beneath a bridge, accidentally dropping a stone into the water. A camera drone spots her, but Shay arrives just in time to help her escape on hovercrafts. As they speed through the forest, Tally sneaks into the kitchen for food, and they bond over their shared birthday, which sparks excitement. The next day, Shay surprises Tally with a hovercraft lesson, but Tally falls off. At school, some girls present Shay with a book about life in the woods, wondering if it reflects the true nature of the smoke. Tally checks out the book and receives praise from the girls for her bold actions, which only fuels her anger as she fears Shay has revealed everything. Concerned about punishment and her chances for the operation, Tally is comforted by Shay, who explains that the system encourages everyone to become a pretty. As Tally becomes engrossed in the book, her dreams are still filled with thoughts of the operation. Shay helps her with hoverboarding, and in return, Tally hacks her ring for extra food. Tally shares her pretty designs, but Shay admits she doesn't have an account and isn't excited about the operation. As Tally improves at flying, the girls enjoy thrilling rides on their hoverboards. When Tally returns the book, she expresses a desire to see the beautiful nature in it, while Shay casually suggests skipping the operation, a thought Tally finds absurd. Suddenly, Shay mentions the smoke and takes Tally to the edge of the woods. The group glided across the river on hoverboards to the ruins of an ancient city, where Shay excitedly shared stories about relics, including roller coasters. While exploring a deserted building, Shay revealed that the smoke was real and that David would arrive soon. She expressed her desire to escape their society and invited Tally to join her, but Tally, enchanted by the surroundings, declined. Disappointed, Shay gave Tally directions to the smoke before leaving to find David. The next day, on her birthday, Tally went to the clinic for surgery but was the last to be called. A guard escorted her to Dr. Cable, who informed her that Shay was missing. When Tally feigned ignorance, Cable's technology exposed her lie and warned her that Shay was in danger due to David's plans. Despite her denials, Cable sent her back to her dorm without surgery. That night, Paris visited Tally and urged her to tell Cable what she knew to help reunite with Shay. The next day, Tally faced Cable again, who revealed that David was developing a weapon to attack the city and needed Tally to infiltrate the smoke. Tally agrees to help Cable, who promises her surgery if she succeeds. He gives her a glimmering necklace to activate upon finding a weapon. Following Shay's advice, Tally navigates an old roller coaster on her hoverboard but falls into the woods, saved by a force field. She discovers abandoned train tracks leading to the smoke and learns to survive in the wilderness, appreciating nature as she scales a mountain. When she encounters a gap in the tracks, she makes a daring leap on her hoverboard, which miraculously reactivates just before she lands safely. Waiting in a field of flowers, Tally is unaware that Cable has brought Paris to her office, where he agrees to undergo a new body enhancement procedure. That night, Tally wakes to find the field on fire and is rescued by David, who scans her for trackers, finding one in the hoverboard but missing the necklace. Meanwhile, Cable's team is alerted to the tracker removal and sends searchers to the area. In the early morning, David and Tally arrive at a smoke outpost, where Tally joyfully reunites with her friend Shay, while Croy remains skeptical. As they set up camp, Shay asks about Tally's necklace, prompting Tally to lie that it was a gift from Paris. Tally is surprised by Shay's cheerful attitude, especially after Cable's ominous comments. When Tally expresses her concerns, Shay misinterprets it as a plea to return home, leading to a heated argument. Ultimately, Tally decides to give the smoke a chance. The next day, she learns that the smoke intentionally sets fires to destroy harmful orchids, which she initially defends as clean energy. David argues it's a government ruse and invites Tally to seek the truth with them. Despite Croy's objections, Shay supports Tally's involvement. They take off in an old helicopter with solar panels, and Tally looks down at the barren land where the orchids once thrived. Shay wields a flamethrower, aiming to destroy orchids, when Croy's tablet alerts them to an incoming presence. David lowers the helicopter into the smoke, but the rope holding Shay loosens, sending her into free fall. As Cable's scouts approach, Tally quickly attaches a weighted bag to the rope and descends. Spotting Shay, Tally throws the flaming bag at a scout, allowing them to escape just before he can board. Once on the ground, Croy suggests Tally's presence led to their tracking, but Shay defends her actions, while David argues that anyone risking their life for a smoke deserves a chance. That night, Tally struggles to sleep, preoccupied with thoughts of Cable. She sneaks out and accidentally sees David bathing, causing her to retreat in embarrassment. The next day, blindfolded, Tally is taken to the smoke, where she finds a vibrant community living in harmony with nature. Though life is tougher than in the city, she appreciates the care in their food and the shared resources, realizing everyone is there by choice. The operation led to many deaths, which were concealed. When Cable learned that AZ and Maddie knew the truth, she seized their research. State employees, including doctors, received a cure to maintain clarity at work, prompting David's parents to escape to the woods, where they sought to recreate the cure but lacked a key synthetic component, leaving them with a basic serum that could be a weapon against the city. After a meeting, Tally throws her necklace into the fire, choosing to stay with the smoke. She tries to confess her past to David, but he reassures her, and they share a kiss. The next morning, city aircraft attack the smoke, causing chaos as rebels flee and fall into traps. Despite their efforts, scouts capture many, including Shay. Tally hides with David, who wants to help, but she knows they are outmatched. They sneak toward the prisoners and Tally is devastated to see Paris as a scout. AZ and Maddie are captured, and Cable demands David's location. When his parents refuse, Cable orders Paris to kill AZ. David and Tally rush to intervene but are too late. Cable reveals Tally's betrayal, turning the smoke against her. Amid the chaos, Maddie secretly gives David the serum, and Tally rushes for supplies as Cable announces surgeries for everyone. She grabs a crossbow and escapes through the window just as a scout tries to break in. A fire suddenly ignites, causing an explosion that knocks the scout back and gives David a chance to flee. A scout chases him, but Tally intervenes with an arrow. Paris wants to join the pursuit, but Cable insists they leave. Meanwhile, some scouts destroy Maddie's research and set the area ablaze while others force prisoners onto an aircraft. After they depart, David searches for supplies to mount a rescue. Tally approaches him, but he defensively brandishes a knife, expressing his distrust. She argues he needs her help since he's unfamiliar with the city. Tally discovers students reading Shay's book and introduces them to David to confirm the smoke's existence. She borrows an interface ring and enlists their help to create a distraction, leading to teenagers writing "The smoke lives in the sky" on hoverboards. Meanwhile, Tally and David stealthily enter an aircraft tunnel, where Tally tries to hack a lock. A pretty unexpectedly opens the door, leading to a confrontation where David pins the pretty, allowing Tally to grab the ring. They secure the door as alarms sound and free the prisoners, but Tally realizes Shay is missing. Croy informs them Shay has already undergone surgery. While most escape, Tally, David, and Maddie search for Shay, only to find she has become a pretty. Tally is heartbroken, but Shay embraces her new look. Suddenly, Cable and Paris arrive, forcing them into surgery. Croy attacks with a flamethrower, damaging the machines and giving the trio a chance to flee. Tally rushes to Shay, while Maddie retrieves a crucial component. On the rooftop, Tally tries to reach Paris, but David misinterprets the situation and attacks him. Tally intervenes with her hoverboard, sending Paris over the edge. The group escapes on hoverboards, witnessing other teens causing drone collisions, and eventually finds safety in an abandoned city where Maddie uses a serum from David to finalize the cure. However, she can't be sure if it'll actually work or have bad side effects for the brain. Shay doesn't want to take it, and Shay refuses to force it on anyone. So Tally volunteers to be the test subject. She'll hand herself in and let them do the surgery so she can then take the cure, promising to keep a sign for them to know if it works. The aircraft and Cable are coming, so after a final goodbye, the group runs away while Tally lets the scouts arrest her. Sometime later, Tally is the perfect pretty living in a very fancy apartment. She swears she loves being like this, but the scar on her hand reveals she's still herself